It says it's going live. I'm not sure if it's live yet. All right. Hi, everybody. It's Margaret. It is super early, and I sent my kids upstairs so I could talk to you for a second. And of course, what do? Pull out the loudest Nerf guns they could possibly find. But that's okay. It's coffee talk, y'all. Are you ready? Discuss amongst yourselves. I forgot to give you a topic. Anyway, so here's the topic. What do you do when you know a reseller is trying to source from you? That's been happening or trying to happen over the last, I don't know, since yesterday, today. There's, I'll lay it all out for you, which I don't mind. Let me just preface that with like, fine, but Mama still has to get paid. That's the thing, right? Okay, so I've been listing all of these comic books, right? I still have a ton more to list. But I got someone sending me an offer. Good morning. Hi, everybody. Sending me an offer on Mercari for all of the comics that I had. Someone sent me an offer and said, I will take all the comics from your Mercari page for $100, which at first I was like, hey, okay. You know, I'm all about a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. So, and as I go along, y'all tell me you're thinking too. Yes. Nola says, depends if they offer a lowball price or a fair price. Yeah. So, and here's the thing. Some of the comics that I have, and I took the time to really research them to make sure that I was listing them at the right price that I saw, you know, based on what I saw that was out there. So, like one of the comics was worth 75, some are worth 50, some were like 35, you know, those type of prices. So I was like, no, I don't think so. And so then the person cherry picked like some of them. Some of them were ones that were my higher price ones, and a couple that were like my $10 ones. And said, okay, how about those for $50? Whereas one of them was worth 75 or priced at 75, right? I know some people get the vernacular of priced at or worth there's a fine line there. Anyway, so I said, okay, I went and calculated the price for all the ones that I had and that I put up there. And it was like $360 for the ones that the person cherry picked. And so I said, okay, how about this? The ones that you chose, I'll give them to you for $200. Now, I forgot to mention, I checked out their Mercari page and they sell comic books. So my thought was they may be a collector as well, but they also sell. So they may be trying to get these because they can see that I sell jewelry, I sell other things. Maybe they watch, I don't know. And maybe they're like, she doesn't really know comics. Let me just like, you know, come in, swoop them all up and resell them myself. Fine. I would do it too if I saw somebody that sold jewelry that doesn't normally sell jewelry and had a lot of stuff. But no. And again, so I said, okay, you know, $360, I'll give them to you for $200. That's still $160 off. And then they wrote back like, no, they're not worth that. It's not even worth $360. 200 is still way too high. And so I said, okay, thanks. You know, no problem. I'll just wait. I can wait. No big deal. They don't take up much space. They're in a box. They're fine. So that was the thing. What would you do? I'm not offended because that's the name of the game as resellers. We're trying to get, you know, buy low, sell high. But I was like, no, that's a bit too low, I think. Definitely. And then I still have more comics to list too. So I'm totally, yeah. Pagan says, stay firm. Comics are one commodity that skyrocket with age. Yeah, like one of them was like Wolverine 1. And I think that's the one one of them. Then there's like the Infinity Gauntlet one. A couple of Spider-Man ones that were pretty good. So I was like, no, I'm okay. I'll just, and they've been selling fairly regularly, especially this week. I just sold a lot of 4 of the Rocket Raccoon ones, which I was super tempted to keep because I love Rocket, but got to make that money. So I just thought it was funny and I thought I'd come on and talk about it because I mean, I'm not offended. It just like, I don't know. Oh, here's what else I did. So 2 of them were like $10 ones. And so I started thinking, I wonder if those are worth more than I think because the person, I say he, but it may be a lady, I don't know. lumped those in with my higher ticket ones. So now it like directed me to like laser beam back onto those and double check. And so I ended up raising the price on like 3 of them because I was like, why did those get lumped in with these really high priced ones? So, and that happened the other day too, because I listed one that was a, was it Ghost Rider? Anyway, it was a weird, and it sold like lickety split. And I was like, oh, I think I priced it too low, but that's fine. So yeah, Rosemary, they're small and flat and easy to store. Definitely. Hang on. Okay, I'm missing some stuff. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I just thought, you know what? Let me come on and talk about this. I don't have a problem. I mean, because I think as resellers, we do that. Sometimes we'll go and see what other people have. I'm like, they've got that price too low. I'm going to buy it up and sell it. But this was a little different because he wanted me to come, or she wanted me to really come down off my prices. So, like, they weren't ugly about it though. I mean, the last little comment was like, that's way too much. But I don't like that in comments you can't hear the tone. I think people should be forced to put an emoji next to their words so you know what tone they're saying it in. I try to put smiley faces so they know it's not like, curses on you. Yeah. So Bug Boy says, I do the same thing. They're thinking they can get one over on you. Yeah, definitely. Mary says, I think it's rude to give you a lowball price when they're going to resell them. At least make a fair offer. That's the thing. Yeah. So I went and looked at theirs, and they did. They just like had a ton of comics. They could also be collectors, which is fair. And these comics are in really good shape. So those are the ones I was telling you my friend Christina gave me flat out. I mean, it was really sweet of her. So I should talk to Dom from Primetime Treasure. I have to look him up. Where do you research to find prices? So Alex, I've been doing, I look on eBay basically. I look at the solds and I look and see like, cause some are graded, mine are not graded. So I go off of that. And then I look at what's still available. So if a bunch of them have sold, but there's maybe only one still available, I kind of go off of that as well. And just kind of either fall somewhere in the middle, or if there's not a whole lot available still, I price it higher. That's how I've been doing it. And it may not be the best way, but it seems to be working. So, yeah. And the thing about sourcing from other resellers, I don't always, if let's say like that eBay lot I got of jewelry, I found a seller that sold all kinds of other things, not really jewelry, and they just had a big lot of jewelry, and I thought, okay, I'll buy that. I wouldn't, especially if I saw that it was already a low price, I wouldn't go and lowball it even more on it. I don't know, because we're all trying to make a living. So comic book prices can change overnight. Definitely. I always check out the buyer's profile. Nola says, yeah. Yeah, Veronica says, because you already did the work, research pictures listing, it's not worth it. Yeah. Oh yeah, Goodwill. Condition is everything. And these are most of them are in really, really good condition. It looked like the person that bought them put them straight into the bags with the boards. And some of them don't look like they've ever been opened. So I hesitate. And I have had somebody ask me, take it out of the bag. I want to see pictures of it. I hesitate to take it out. I've taken some of them out, like if they say they've got posters or something like that in there to make sure that they are in there. But other than that, I'm really nervous to take them out because they are just in such good condition. I don't want to mess it up. And knowing me, I mean, I can't walk across the room without splashing coffee on the floor. So I was recording with my GoPro the other day, and I took a sip of coffee and spilled coffee on my GoPro. I'm so clumsy. So let's see. How do you do taxes on selling stuff as a side business? I just make sure that I pay. Well, there's quarterly taxes that you can pay. And I'm not a tax person. I'm just saying I don't do quarterly taxes. I pay it at the end of the year just because I like to torture myself. Yeah. And I use GoDaddy bookkeeping to keep track of all that. And then I have a CPA that helps me also, that just says, here is how much, or you need to find some more deductions. Didn't you buy a computer this year? So yeah, find a professional to help you. Decorating stuff. I would set your price in your mind, and then if they met your price, go for it. If they have a better, yeah. So I thought that was fair. I thought $50 was I don't want to say insulting because I know we're all trying to make a living here, but I was just like, that's awfully low. I know that one I can, one of them in particular was going to probably sell for 75. So, and I may be crazy. I mean, they may just think she's nuts. She's never going to get those prices. So, Recycle Renee says, I had that happen with some Christmas stuff. They basically wanted me to give them one item for free with free shipping on 2 items. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's just a line. It's like, I get it, but we're all, we do the work. You want to make your money, right? I haven't checked the gold and silver scrap prices lately. I have not. Oh, Rosemary says sometimes they have a double front page. You should look. Those are worth more. Yeah, and comics that are introducing a new character are worth more. This is the thing. Whoever these belong to before what happened with this lot of comics, my friend Christina, I think it's her parents or her family anyway, they do repos. And it's not just like car repos, but like homes and I don't know, lockers, I guess. But they had these 9 big boxes of comics. And I guess the law or the rule is you have to put them out for 24 hours. And if the person comes in, anyway, the person never came and got them. And so she and her husband were going to list them or going to try to sell them. And then they just hung on to them for so long. And then she said, oh, you do this. Do you want them? And so she just ended up giving them to me, and I've offered to pay her. I've offered to give her some of the profits and she just no. But the person who owned them had them sorted, and even like on the bags had little sticky labels that said, first appearance of Lobo, first appearance of so-and-so, surprise guest, blah, blah, blah. And they were already like tagged and everything. So I was like, nice. Yeah. So whoever did it was definitely into it and knew their stuff. What's the best way? And Robin's asking, what's the best way to sell a large collection? And we actually, when my brother was here back in one of the times my brother came to help me out, he knows comics way more than I do. And so we called around to different comics places, or he did, and asking, and they were kind of pointing him in the right direction. And they were like, you could bring them in and we'll give you a price for the whole thing. But it'll take time. 2, one of the places you had to pay them to go through it. I mean, I guess it's their time. So, but they were like, it's just really not going to be worth it for you. So yeah. Stacy says, you're too nice. That was a serious lowball offer. It really was. It really was. I try to think, they're trying to make it too. They're trying to get a good deal too. But no. How about no? So yeah. Alex says, I know some people who buy stuff on eBay at low prices and then resell it because they know the price of gold and silver is much higher than what they're selling. And that's true, because a lot of times when I sell something that's silver or gold, I double check when I list it, I double check the gold and silver price. I don't always sell it for that unless it's just scrap. But then if the price of silver goes up, then you really should go and adjust the price of that item, because if that item is under the scrap price, then you're losing money on that. Well, potentially, the potential loss. Pagan says, if you pull a comic from the plastic bag, use tweezers or gloves, fingerprints can ruin the pages. That's what I'm so worried about. And me, like I said, I'm clumsy, and maybe I have lotion on my hands, or like I didn't realize there was still some chocolate or something. I could just see me totally ruining a priceless treasure. So yeah, maybe I'm in the wrong business. So yeah, Marcia says, get another opinion. I wish I could at this point. I mean, we can't do a whole lot with this shutdown going on. So good morning. I will definitely check out Dom, Primetime Treasure Hunter. I hope that's not who was messaging me. I think I don't want to say what the person's name was. So, oh yeah, Veronica says, comics, stamps, and coins are so complicated to sell. It's true. Because then, especially like with coins and stuff, they're graded, or I'm not sure. But anyway, the wear and the condition of them and everything like that. Some of your $75 comics could be worth $500. This is true. I mean, I don't know. But for me, it's all profit because of how I got them. So yeah, Celeste says, for me, it's as simple as, am I happy with the price they're offering? I'm getting a profit I'm happy with. If so, yeah, it's out of my hands totally. So yeah, and I think, yeah, I agree. But it was kind of a low offer. I mean, $100 at first I was like, oh, okay, $100 for all the ones I have up there at the moment, because I definitely have more. And that was another thing too. So I've been on List Perfectly, and I've been like filling out all the details of the comics, but I didn't want to post them because I was in the middle of this back and forth with the guy saying, I'll give you this much for all the comics on your page. Well, if I'm continuing to post more, he'll be like, oh, wait, there's more. Throw those in too. So I've been waiting to make those go over and go live because I was like, oh, I want to wait and see how this pans out. Yeah. Hello, flipping crazy. I love selling to resellers. As long as I get what I want, and I'll be happy. Yeah, totally. And it doesn't bother me. I mean, like I said, it doesn't bother me. And if I price it too low and you get a, okay, lesson learned. But yeah. Wouldn't it be funny if Dom was trying to get a deal? I think he only does that. Yeah, the name on the account wasn't Dom, but even if it is, no hard feelings. Just putting that out there. If the person who's doing that is watching, truly no hard feelings. Just a good discussion to have, I think. So yeah. I'm willing to wait for the price, even if you think I'm crazy. Come on down to Crazy Margaret's Comic Book Emporium, where I'll sell you a comic book at twice the price. But yeah, the ones, like I said, the ones that the person pointed out individually made me decide I need to go back and double check those prices and maybe sure it's more. Yeah, and I did offer a counter offer because when they said, at first they said $50 for these, I don't know, 8 or 9 comics, that when I checked out, I had added it up and it would have been about $360. So I was like, okay, how about 200? Because that's still a good, I'm comfortable with that. It's $160 off, almost half off for them, but no. So, Brenda says, have you tried Facebook comic groups for information and even some free selling? I might need to do that because I haven't sold on Facebook a lot. Honestly, I haven't had a great amount of success on that. I don't know that. Okay, so that was basically it. I thought, let's talk about that. I don't have a problem with resellers sourcing from other resellers, as long as everybody's happy in the end and you get the price that you want, right? Okay, I hope you're having a good morning. I know it's extra early today, but I thought this would be a fun topic to discuss. But I would say, like, if you have somebody sending you lower offers on certain items, it might be worth a double check to see, like, why are they so interested in that? Did I miss something? Is that a price I need to go adjust? So I did. Maybe that was wrong. I don't think it was wrong. So there were like 3 of them that I went and like raised the price on. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll have to check that out. Definitely go check somebody else's eBay store, Dom's eBay store. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, I hope you guys have a great morning. We're going to go take our walk. I GoPro'd it yesterday. If you haven't, I started another channel, by the way, called, like, I need one more thing to do. But it's documenting life and weight loss and all that stuff. So if you're interested, check it out, because that's what we're doing. We're going to go take a walk and get some exercise in this body. All right. Have a great morning, everyone, and go be up to no good with your reselling or whatever else you're doing. Bye.